So here's one style of backflow. This is a Febco. The model is the 765. This happens to be a 3/4 inch, which you can tell it says on these ball valves here. So this prevents the water from coming back inside. Now, if you see this loose like that, that's not supposed to be. Also, we've got a spider web, so that's disgusting. But you can tell that that plastic is broken right there. It's supposed to be connected right here. This is frozen and cracked. And so now we have to replace it. So take the piece out that's broken, and these just unthread. Usually you can do it with your hands. Be careful, because these little tabs can break off. They're pretty fragile if you're not careful. So you unscrew this. You can tell that this has been broken. Inside you have a poppit here. This seems to be okay. These do go bad, these rings. These black seals will go bad, but this one seems to be okay. So this we can keep here. So I just need to replace this. This is a bonnet and poppit replacement kit. And you can see the bonnet here, poppit inside, some O-rings and some grease. So this is one kit for this particular brand, Febco, which is a popular backflow brand. So this kit comes with 2 O-rings. I like to put the smaller O-ring in first. It's the thinner diameter. So here's what the new one looks like. It's got a new O-ring on it, but everything is all in one piece. This is what we need. So when we put this back in, make sure that this brass piece goes right inside that other one there, so that poppit can slide right up. So be careful with these so as not to cross thread them, but they usually just go down hand tight. Now that that's on there nice and tight, we take the old bell from off the old one, slide that back on. We removed that from the broken one, and the nut here, it's got a locking nut. Put this back on, tighten this guy down, but not too tight. So this still can move freely. That's what you want. So now we can turn it on, and it will probably burp a little water up right here, but that's normal. Make sure that this is off as well. Make sure that these test ports are perpendicular so they don't spew any water out. Now we'll turn this on. So that amount of water is totally normal, and we are all fixed up. So that's the easy way to replace the bonnet and poppit on a Febco 765. But that's not the only repair that needs to happen sometimes. Sometimes you come across things that are more than just a broken bonnet and poppit. What is interesting is the poppit still has pressure underneath it. The water is off. That's telling me that something inside, probably the spring, is pushing up on this because the retainer clip is loose, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that retainer clip is loose. So we've got to get that set back in there. So how do you fix a backflow when the retainer clip is out of place or broken? Check out the next video and we'll find out. So I just removed the bonnet and poppit, and you can tell that this retainer clip doesn't look quite right. You can see that the spring underneath was off a little bit. So we may have got it back, but we might have to replace this here too.